Today we are going to visit a design market called Edelstoff in Vienna. This year the first time in the Markshalle. And we're searching for young innovative labels, and now let's see what we can find here. So we finally arrived and there is something going on here. Over 130 labels. Now follow me around and let's find some crazy fashion together.
That's the way that it is.
Now let me introduce you Doris from the label Hold. Doris, when did you start making fashion?
I actually started my label in 2014, and since then it's going quite well. It's grown, yeah. And like the idea behind my brand is to make unique essentials for your everyday life, and the focus is very much on good pattern and excellent fabrics.
And what is special about your brand?
I think especially is that you can wear each piece from day to night. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, and it's impeccable quality, so it will last a long time.
Very cool. Sounds really cool. Where can we find your fashion? Do you have a shop? Or?
I don't have my own store, but I sell through different boutiques. Also, there are two in Vienna, so maybe you can visit me there.
Yeah, that would be cool. So I think we're going to visit Doris in her shop.
Francie is wearing a piece from my new spring collection. It's called the Twist Top. It's a jersey fabric, it's viscose material, and the idea behind it, it's very clean cut, but you twist the seams so you get all this gathering effect.
I feel pretty cool. It's something different and it's pretty comfortable. So a big thank you to Doris for showing us her fashion, and yeah, I think we're going to visit her in the shop. We are here at the exhibition stand from City Folklore from Czech Republic, and this is Petra. Hi Petra, can you tell me something about your label?
About my label. So it was a difficult way because I studied painting, and I always loved making clothes. Yeah. So a very long time I was like oscillating, or I was only balanced whether to do the painting and illustration, all the clothes. And at a certain moment I realized that I cannot do both properly. It's very difficult to get clothes to painting, but it's not that difficult to take the illustration and your stuff and to get to your clothes, as for instance as a t-shirt print or something. So I decided to make the clothes seriously, to make it my job, yeah. And I love it, and I make it, and I love it. So that's it.
Wow, that's a cool story. So you combined your hobbies, your two hobbies, and now.
I can say I always had the idea that the most important thing in your life, as for your professional life, is when you can make the job that you love, because then you become happy for the whole life. And I had a dream that I want to make clothes, and I wanted to, because I didn't study the clothes design yet, so it was quite difficult at the beginning, but I made my dream come true. Yeah, I'm making clothes. It's my only job. I'm very happy. Yeah.
Wow. Where can we find your fashion? Do you have a shop or something, or in the internet?
So as I'm from Czech Republic, you cannot find it, at least not at the moment, in Vienna, because I have no friends here. But as we're from Ostrava, which is the northern part of Moravia in Czech Republic, we have the showroom in the Ostrava, of course. That's the place where we make the parties, where we have the showroom, where we make the clothes, so everything is happening at the place. Actually, I live like a minute from a place as well. And we're delivering to some shops and showrooms within the Czech Republic. So you can find it in Prague and some design shops. You can find it, which is the closest place to you, in Wolfgang shop, which is a label from Brno. And we try to go to bigger and more famous markets in the bigger cities. So we go regularly to Vienna, Bratislava, Prague, and so on, because I think that's the best way to present what you're doing actually. And what I love is meeting the people, because they have a couple of questions. They're interested who's making the clothes they're wearing, and if you want to sell your clothes to people who are interested in how the clothes are made, I think it's obliged that you have to meet them, you have to tell them. And actually they're coming over and they love seeing you. Sometimes I have a feeling they are happy to see you more than your clothes. Yeah. They're coming over, and I made so many friends this way. So I think it's like everything is interconnected.
When did you start to make fashion?
Okay, the first stuff I made was when I was 4 years old, because I had a great grandma, which was my life guru, and she taught me how to play cards at the time when I was 4, and she taught me how to sew. So the first stuff I made when I was 4, but seriously, I was always making some clothes for me, because I was not satisfied with what I was finding in the shops. So it was always about that I wanted to find something original, and there was nothing. So I always was making clothes for me and my friends, because they were loving what I was doing. But seriously, as a job, I tried, I think some 6 years ago, yeah. And the last 4 years, last 5 years, it's my only thing I do.
Cool story. So thank you very much for the interview, and maybe we are going to visit you sometime.
Yeah, thank you much.
This is Flo from LAUSER Vienna. Flo, can you tell us something about your brand?
Yes, I print T-shirts in silkscreen, and each T-shirt is different from another. And the colors are different, and the logo is maybe the same, but the colors are different. That means that you will never find another person who wears the same shirt in the same color. Just maybe nearly the same, but not the same. And yes, I do this since maybe 4 years at school. I studied it, Druckgrafik, I say it in German, and yes, since 2050 we are trying to be on each market and publish the name.
Only in Austria, or?
Yes, it's in Austria for now, but maybe next year the whole world. I don't know.
And where can we find your fashion? On the internet, or do you have a shop?
I have to look at LAUSER Vienna on Facebook, and lauservienna.at is the page where you can find each new project and the whole things I've done, and yes.
Where do you produce your T-shirts?
I produce my T-shirts at my mother's place in Vienna, and yes, she gave me the place to do it, the opportunity to do it. Yes. Yeah.
Maybe we're going to visit you someday.
Yeah, please visit me. Yeah. All the time. You can join me printing and see what's going on.
Cool, we'll be fine. So thank you for the interview.
Thanks.
12 Decker FEINSTE Panier. That's actually a pretty cool name. Lisi, can you tell me something about your brand?
Well, okay, so the founder of it, Gregor Baranyai, is learned print engineer. And the first t-shirt he printed was 12 Decker, so 120 gram. And that was the way of it. And so we decided to take this as a little story. And the FEINSTE Panier is like, I'm thinking how to translate it in the best words. It's like finest clothing. Panier is a Viennese spelling, like yeah, it's Hodi in the Panier. And yeah, so that's the history of it.
It's a cool story. And you only sell clothes, or do you sell?
We have t-shirts, also hoodies or sweaters. But we also make like this one here, clutches. That's a new one from the new collection. And it's a fold-over clutch. Or we also have gym bags. And it's like in the older days when you were young. And they are all handmade in Vienna and also printed. We have a screen printing a little room in the second district. Yeah, and we make everything by hand.
Yeah. What is special about your brand?
So we have our stuff is biological, and we also specialized on vegan things because I think it's very important to go with the trend because people are going to be aware of our environment, hopefully. So we have this cork fabric, and it's a perfect alternative for leather. So for people who don't want to use leather or imitate fake leather, so that would be perfect. And we also work with, I'll just take this for a second, sorry. It's called Blaudruck, and it's a very unique fabric of Austria. It's made in Pannonien. And yeah, it's Herr Koh is the last one who does this. Like, and it's fabric. You take it and you color it with indigo, so Färberweit, and it has very, very long tradition. I think in Japan, also in Africa, and so also in Austria. And we work with this, yeah. So kind of stuff.
Wow, really nice, really nice. So thank you very much for the interview. Where can we buy your clothes? Where?
At the moment, we don't have a shop in the normal way, so we are at Facebook, and our website is in maintenance. But you can always write us a mail or on Facebook, and we'll check up on you. So yeah.
So thank you and all the best.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Betty, can you tell me something about your brand?
Yes, You're the Captain of My Heart is a young label from Vienna, and I sew and I print it all by my own. For me, it's important the clothing is that every woman can wear it. It doesn't matter how slim you are, because it's all very, it's one size, and you can fit it with the bender. Yes.
Cool, cool. That's actually a good idea. Since when did you start to make fashion?
I make fashion since I'm so tiny, but officially since last year, 1 year.
You are the captain of my heart. What's the story behind the name?
Okay, the story is I wrote it in my sketchbook when I was a teenager. On the first side, the sentence, "You're the captain of my heart." And when I grounded the label, I'm looking very, very long time for a name, and I have no idea. And then I found it my old sketchbook, and I opened it, and there is the sentence, "You're the captain of my heart," and I thought, okay, that's it.
Wow, cool, cool. And where can we find your fashion? Do you have a shop or something, or?
No shop, but I have a working space, an atelier. It's in the Seidelgasse 33 in the 3rd district in Vienna.
Wow, sounds cool. So maybe we're going to visit you sometime. Thank you for the interview. Herwig from SPOTSNAPR. Herwig, can you tell me something about your brand?
Yeah, sure. We started 2 years ago. Yeah, we are an Austrian brand. Yeah, and our mission is to create best possible sunglasses for, let me say, normal people. Yeah. In the end, we want to make, as I mentioned, best materials, best hinges, best product. Yeah, everything is designed by renowned designers, and our mission is to make everything, yeah, not that much expensive, so that normal people, from our point of view, can also buy perfect products. Yeah? And this is our mission. Yeah? And especially the target group, yeah, is the young, the crazy ones. Yeah? And this is what we love. No? But I'll take another one because it's better for me to take a shot. Yeah. This is SPOTSNAPR. Yeah. Yeah, that was the mission.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Since when do you produce your glasses?
Since 2 years, yeah. So we started with a very, very small collection, yeah, and now we have up to 24 models, yeah, in different colors, yeah, and yeah, that's the reason why we do it, and we love it, yeah. And when you love what you do, it will work. Yeah.
Where can we find your glasses? In the internet or?
Yes, yeah. We come from the e-commerce business, yeah. There we are very strong. We have a very, very good and moderate web shop, yeah. But you can find us also in different stores, yeah. For example, yeah, in Vienna we have several opticians, we have lifestyle stores, yeah. We're coming now in all the Blue Tomato flagship stores in Austria, in Germany, yeah. So it works quite well, yeah.
So thank you very much for the interview and see you soon.
Stay you, stay true.